Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'll be posting regular videos discussing faith, fashion, trending topics, and just some words of encouragement. I'm your host, Kyle Murphy, and this is Fits in Faith. All right, welcome back. Here we are, episode 8, I believe. I can't thank you enough for tuning into these videos. I really appreciate it. Those of you that have reached out and just given me words of encouragement, positive feedback, saying you're enjoying the videos. That's just such a blessing to me because I've been really enjoying making these and trying to be a vessel used by God in these times to be an encouragement and to reach some people for the cause of Christ, and talking about some things that I'm passionate about and hobbies of mine, and so I really appreciate it, and Lord willing, we'll keep them going, and for as long as God tarries is coming, and so let's just hop right into it. So today I kind of got a different style. We're just gonna chop it up for a little bit. I do have devotional at the end, but some people in my day-to-day life and like on Instagram and stuff, they frequently ask me like, where do you shop? Like, what are some of your favorite brands that you wear? Or what shirt is that? Or where'd you get that those denim? Or where'd you get that hat? So today I thought maybe I'd just talk about some name brands that I like, stores that I like, and then we'll hop right into a devotional that's kind of tied into that. So right off the bat, I'm a frequent believer in balling on a budget. What does that mean? That means you don't have to spend $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 on an outfit. Absolutely not. I do like to save up and get like a statement piece, or a nice pair of kicks. I've shown you some. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen some of my tools in the arsenal that I have of shoes. But you don't have to ball out. I'm a firm believer in that. And one person that comes to mind that really is a genius at this is my brother Seth. This kid, he puts together, the fits, he calls them simple fits, and I love that. It's no huge designer brands, no logos everywhere. It's just a clean, classy, timeless, simple fit, and he just puts them together really well, and I love that. But some of the stores that I like, just like H&M, Zara, PacSun, of course, like Nordstrom, Macy's. I love to go thrifting here and there. Let's see, what's another one? Oh, like even Old Navy. Old Navy, I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, you can get some fresh stuff there. Like, if you haven't been in there a while, go. They've stepped their game up. Shout out Old Navy. Another, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those stores, you can find some gems in there. So yeah, you don't have to ball out. You put a simple fit together, throw on some kicks. But some of the brands that I like, I don't have like set stores that I love. I just have brands that I really like. So like Levi, I love Levi. I could wear it every day if I could. Definitely the only denim I wear is Levi. I just love the way it fits, quality. Carhartt, as you can see, is another brand that I like. It's kind of made a come up. Fear of God. I wear that all the time. Every week I wear some kind of essential Fear of God. Shout out Jerry Lorenzo. I love that brand. And it's just so unique. It's so simple. I love the way it fits. I have a different body type. Like mentioned before, I'm 6'5", so kind of lanky. So, some brands really don't fit, as well as others. Um, but, so those are some of the brands I like. Of course, you got your Champion, Adidas, Nike. Um, but as far as like streetwear, those are the big brands for me. Um, but, talking about brand names, like I mentioned, Jerry Lorenzo, he's my favorite designer. Also, Kanye West. I mean, this guy is a genius, right? Like, if you think about it, with his Gap collab that he's done, I mean, who was wearing Gap before Kanye came along? Show of hands. No, no hands are up. But Kanye gets behind Gap, and there's people lining up, like camping on the street to get Gap clothes. Like, who ever heard of that? So, I mean, the man's a genius. That's a good name in the fashion industry. Kanye West. The man is a sheer genius. Like, don't even get me started. Jerry Lorenzo. Good name in fashion. Virgil, Off-White, legend, R.I.P. But the man was an icon, right? He was, he was doing things that, he was way ahead of his time. These are good names in fashion. And so as I kind of thought about my favorite brands and my favorite, sneakers and stores and stuff, it got me thinking about Proverbs 22:1. And that verse, everyone knows that verse. It's a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. A good name. Like, that's powerful, when you think about it. Do we have a good name? No one's perfect, obviously. We all fall short. But especially in the times that we're living in, these times, these perilous times, it's times running short. I thoroughly believe God is at the door. In Matthew 24, when it talks about the events that will lead up to his sudden return, everything's checked off the list. The next thing on the list, Jesus Christ coming for his church. And so as we think about that, what are we doing as far as having a good name? And that's living life, to be a testimony. Because, souls are hanging in the balance, and you never know who's watching you. You never know who's on the fence about accepting the Lord as a personal Savior. And they've got their eye on you. We have a target on our back, the devil, he's walking about. But also, people are watching. You may have witnessed to someone, you may have planted a seed in someone, you may have invited someone to church, but they may not have said yes or no, but they're just kind of watching. Like, how is that person any different to me? Like, why would I go to church or read my Bible or start to make changes in my life when they're doing the same stuff I am? There's no difference. But if we're striving to have a good name, to have a good testimony, someone will be like, that guy, there's something different about that guy. Like, he's always smiling. He's got this joy. It's really positive, and there's something different about this guy. Like, I want what he's got. Everyone messes up, with as far as my testimony. I grew up a screw up at times, and I didn't always have a good name, but the Lord, in his mercy and his grace, he allows us to dust ourselves off, to learn from our mistakes, and he will use you. I mean, look at couldn't even begin to list the people in the Bible that were just horrible. They did horrible things in their past. They, you know, they're, if you think of it, some of them killed Christians in the Bible, and God turned around and was able to use them. And it's just a testimony of he can use anyone. One thing that really stands out in my mind, like growing up, my dad would always tell me and my siblings, when we're like, hey, Dad, we're going to go hang out with my friends. Right before we walk out the door, he'd say, hey, add to or take away. Add to or take away. What does that mean? You can either add to the name or you can take away from it. He's talking about being a good testimony. Don't take away from the name. Don't go out and do something really dumb, get in trouble, make some kind of big mistake. You want to go out and be a good testimony. Add to the name. Did we always add to? No, not all the time. But it got to a point where, we knew it was coming. We're walking out the door, hey, and, Dad stops, hey, and we turn around and be like, add to, take away. Yes, we know. All right, see you later. But as you grow up, you kind of think about those things for a second. Like, man, that's really good. Proverbs 22, a good name, add to. So that's just kind of something to think about as we're living in these days. I thoroughly believe, that last trump could sound at any time. We want to make sure we're ready. We want to make sure that we're being a good testimony, that we're telling others about Jesus, and that, like I said, just being a good testimony, because we may not know how much time we have left. And if you believe the Bible, you believe prophecy, then, the signs are there. And keep your eye on Jesus, keep your eye in the Bible, and just strive every day to do better. And that's all we can do. And I love you guys. Continue to pray for me. I continue to pray for you guys. And it's been a blessing. And I look forward to making the next episode. And we'll see you then. God bless. Peace.